Eli does 2 less damage. I forgot the nerf.
I feel like not nerfing Taros is like actually the play moving forward. I don't know why, but it just feels like that's the right thing to do, you know?
It would only feel right. It wouldn't feel right if we didn't see any Taros play. That's for sure.
All right, but anyway, as we get moving on into here, we got a bunch of jockeying for position. I mean, we got Taros on one side, Queen Eye on the other. Let's see how it all works.
High defense is another strategy that you can employ versus Taros, and right now it seems like Fiend is into this matchup. Sidelight into wait. This is the best region for Hammer players, so if any region is going to be prepared for the Taros pick, it's going to be a player like Fiend, who has a lot of experience versus the best on the Taros. And right now, Ian Brawlhalla kind of struggling in these spots as with the game. Oh my God,
it's Ian Brawlhalla. It's really him.
It's really him.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I say Echo from Arcade because of you.
It's true. It's Ian from Brawlhalla, man.
It's Ian from Brawlhalla. It's really him. But anyway,
that's what it says on chat.
I know.
I'm reading it, I promise.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm telling you what I think and what I hear. Anyway,
oh, yeah.
As we continue to push through here, Fiend is certainly fiending. Only has 24 damage on him so far. You know, it's crazy because seeing that there's a Taros on the other side, you would expect there to be 3 digits. And we're still not even there yet. But we're getting close, though.
Well, you asked for 3 digits, and it took 4 moves to get there, so it's going to be very, very possible to still take that game D-Light into side air, but luckily, high defense on Queen 9.
Starting to wake up here just a little bit. Ian starting to look for some plays. Stomp Sair, not going to be enough. That high defense still coming through. All right, nice weapon toss. Just trying to get a little bit of whoopsie-daisy going on there. The Sair not going to be able to close that one out either. Oh,
wow.
Geez, okay. What a wild scenario.
GC uppercut to stall in the air and get a chase dodge afterwards. If it doesn't hit, you lose your stock. He lost his stock in the end anyway, but a little bit of swagger there for sure. Down sig comes out as well. Ian from Brawlhalla, sidelight into Nair. Nice little damage there. Trying to build up a potential comeback here, but Spear players, once they figure out you can just ground pound in center stage. AO, but it sets up a nice positioning. GCD light into recovery will be the thing to take it, and similar spot to the previous stock where almost unanswered stock coming out from Ian.
Big. Oh, wow. Huge pickup on that Sair. Looks for the Dare. Not going to be able to find it, though. And Fiend right back on the offensive. Trying to find Ian. Getting a little too aggressive. Oh, there it is. You whiff, and you get punished for it. He's really taking his time, too. Yep.
Yeah, he has to be very, very, like, careful, because if you whiff in the face of Hammer, this happens, where then they get, like, 3 hits and it does 50 damage, and then now you're in a really bad spot, so you have to be so careful. D-Light and Decider towards the ledge will definitely confirm, so we see he's trying to fight out of it, but we see a full Russian instead. GC downlight recovery, down air. We don't really get to see that often, and now Ian, with only double digits on himself here, can easily take this game away and steal it away from Fiend.
Yeah, I mean, Fiend's definitely still playing really strong, though. I feel like there was a couple of sloppy moments, and, you know, we definitely saw the punish for that. But as we can see right here, as long as he's got these guitars in hand, he's going to find a way to clean it up. He's been playing really hot, really well. And it's just like, obviously, we do see that the Taros is on the other side, so when you make mistakes, they're really punished. But, like, I don't think Fiend really felt too scared one way or another. And we're actually going to see the swap right to the Asuri instead.
Yeah, I think that that's a interesting swap. I don't know if like the Taros was like that bad. I thought maybe let it cook a little bit, but we see a swap. He's like, I want to do what he did on the guitars, and I love that sword skin. This is a very, very cool Asuri skin. We don't get to see it often, but like I think Queen Nai like in a really great spot in the meta right now. I think like the Queen Nai signature is obviously why you play it, and the signatures are really good into a lot of the legends. You can find nice setups, not only in 1s, but also 2s. And, yeah, you know, Fiend found a lot of success with the signatures at the end there, getting the end sig to close out the game. Now Ian from Brawlhalla is going to be looking to try to get some action started on the guitars of his own here.
Ian from Brawlhalla, not to be confused with Ian from the music industry.
It's true.
Did you see that one freestyle he was doing? He just kept saying, I feel like this person.
Dang, I'm on guitars. I feel like Fiend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like Ouija Boo.
Definitely not trying to harness that energy into this set. You want to bring something a little bit better, hopefully, for Ian, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Gets the recovery onto the stage. Swapping right over to the sword as well. Looking for a couple of stairs. Not going to find either one of them. There we go. That one he'll find. Ooh, with a follow-up. Going to be able to get this stock cleaned up, maybe, perhaps. Looks for the dare. It's just a little too high.
Ooh, I like that side air. It sends off stage, and okay, well, there goes all the positioning. I was gonna say, like, really solid positioning, but then you get hit by one too many moves off the wall. You have to respect guitars in that sense. Being one of the only weapons that can burst so effectively in that horizontal or diagonal, I'm sorry, up and in or away.
They both just hop right at each other, just back and forth.
I love the dance of guitars. Yeah, they definitely like ballerina dance around each other a lot.
A little bit of a leapfrog scenario, but all right,
okay.
Right now, just trying to see if we can get this Fiend stock out of the way. Ooh, big punish. Oh, that's huge. Okay, still gonna be able to get back to the stage and actually get the stock in the process. Great stuff from Ian. Only 56 though. That's not too bad. We're gonna stick with these guitars. It seems like. See what kind of opening we can find. Oh, just for recovery, not gonna find that. Nobody home.
Okay, D-Light into N-Sig there. A great read option for Fiend, who gets a nice bit of damage there. And yeah, this is definitely where you're going to struggle as a Suri. You have to be very careful because you don't have the same amount of defense as a legend like the Queen Eye or even the Terrace that you just picked to. And now Fiend with a stock lead, a very, very confident one at that. That's the difference that Queen Eye can bring to the table. Just a couple reads into signatures, and stocks fly off very, very quickly.
And I do like that, too, because I feel like Fiend started throwing out those signatures, just kind of like putting that into the mind of Ian, and then all of a sudden you're getting hit by the recovery option instead, which just seems to be a little bit quicker. Speaking of signatures, there we go once again. Ooh, I like that.
He charged up the N-Sig there. You saw him kind of throw out the hands as he wanted to kind of scoop with that horizontal hitbox. It's such a great signature in the relation to a guitar kit that definitely needs a move like that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that just straight up KO'd on Small World's End, and that's a 2-stock for Fiend.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, Ian is moving confidently for somebody down a stock. You know what I mean? Like, he's like happy to like take these dancing moves. I want to see like more forcing options from Ian and try to like get into this game, because it feels like if you're just gonna go down to like a movement versus movement game, Fiend is going to destroy you every single time. And we definitely saw Fiend lap him like crazy on that last stock.
But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, at this point, I don't know what to do. It looks like Ian's kind of taking a moment here, deciding what character they're going to try and bring to the table. It is just looking a little bit rough, though. Again, Fiend playing hot, playing really, really well, too. I don't even feel like there's a lack of confidence in what Ian's doing. I just think that Fiend's just playing a lot more grounded, a lot more confident, not taking any crazy risks. But we are going to see Ian hopping back to the Taros, though. See how this one works out for him.
Yeah, you know me, I'm always a big supporter in swapping over to the legend that you're going to find the most comfort on, and no more comfort given than a 9 strength Taros here going into Small World's End once again. I don't maybe think I think that maybe that this stage isn't great versus Queen Eye. I feel like when you're getting juggled and kind of hit constantly by guitars and spear, maybe you want something with like either more room to work with or maybe some soft platforms. But nonetheless, he sets the stage as we go to an immediate read there. GC N-Sig off that D-Light, and Fiend is playing so well right now.
And that's a couple of times we've seen that now, too, the D-Light into the GC N-Sig. Was actually, I think the first one we saw was actually last game. I don't think it took a stock, but still, it was a great, strong option to get into. We're going to pick up these guitars, though. All right. Trying to look for that recovery option. Not going to be able to find it. Ooh!
Movement looking really, really solid here. I love that D-Light into Cider. Yeah, I mean, catching those dash landings are so important versus slower legends like Queen Eye. But that recovery wasn't even that high up. It just KOs outright, and that's the price you pay. And kind of giving a taste of the own medicine of Taros here is like, I can KO you really, really too. I might not have the double heavy weapons, but I could rack on that damage and get those early KOs. As Ian now is scrambling to find a semblance of control in this game. In this set, even, the Nair comes out there, and Fiend continues to push forward with the guitars, finally getting swatted away with that side air.
Doing a little bit of a dance there, too. Small celebration. I mean, you could try to take a victory lap, but you still got the rest of the game to go through. You're not really down by too much either, honestly. This is like 2 hits for Teros, and you should be able to kind of take the lead here. Ah, ends up whiffing on that one, and you are going to get punished.
Side light.
There we go.
A lot of damage there on that 3-piece from the axe. Like downlight doesn't confirm there. It's a little too deep of a hitbox, and we see the whiff punish attempt on that sider with the end light. I like the option, but
yeah, but now we got the Katars coming through. Going to be a bit of a problem here. And Ian seems to have kind of found a flow right now. Of course, as soon as I say something, does get hit with a 2-piece. Oh, not going to get caught by that recovery. Both of them just swinging for the fences at the moment. Does finally get hit by that recovery. Ooh, unfortunate. Gonna get caught up in that the Ensig, and yeah, that's gonna be it for that.
Fiend once again seizing a steady but fragile lead at this point. I mean, obviously Teros can knock off a stock quite easy here at 147, but the movement's really great. The end light will send off stage, going for the weapon toss there, doesn't find it, and we see the Nair sending downwards as the Ensig to try to catch Ian, trying to so careful, even so that he wasn't able to even get a punish on it.
Oh, all right, to
nice.
the skies. Yep.
Make it nice and simple for yourself there on the grapple hammer, and now Fiend without a weapon. This is an opportunity for Ian, who gets some nice 2-piece combination.
Oh.
End light sends off stage, going for a Nair again, getting that anti-air. Weapon toss into another axe. End light sends off stage the damage, going and building for Ian, but he risks it all on that ground pound, and he gets hit with a reversal, but still holds the weapon advantage here. Great strategy so far is to keep this weapon side.
Here we go, gets in there. Oh! Had a couple of the side lights, try to look for the D light, not going to be able to find it. And now, ooh, you are in a tough position. You are able to find your way back onto the stage, but not for too much longer as we finally get one under our belt. Ian on the board here, 2-1.
Yeah, we're rejecting the all 3-0 commentary block, the classic for Ian, as we see signs of life for sure. And I mean, the Teros doing its job, finding the KOs, consistently building up the damage, and then that last weapon starve angle, incredibly smart and very well timed. I mean, no better time to pull out those strategies like weapon starving and keeping the advantage state going in that sense. And yeah, Fiend was unable to pick up a weapon and really get much going. So we see Ian waiting to select the legend here. He's taking his time, making sure that he's getting the right option, because I think the Teros was obviously great. It took a game, but it kind of had something to be desired, maybe. We'll see what his thought process here. But it looks like no, he just needed a second to take a deep breath, and he locks right back into the Teros.
I was going to say, if he doesn't lock in Teros here, we're throwing. Because, like, you don't have any more, like, chances. You can't take any more risk at this point. Unless, like, you have, like, such a confident game plan to swap 2 different character. I'm like, it's just, there's no point. But we're all going to lock into this Teros. It got you your first W. Perhaps it can get you a second. We'll definitely see if that is the case. But Fiend going to be sticking on to the Queen Nai here. Let's go right back into Small World's End. Gonna see how this works out. All right, both can take their time. Ooh, went for the Nair. Okay, still got the weapon pickup. And now Fiend also getting theirs, a recovery, just kind of giving him a little bit of space and back onto the stage. Ian throwing out a couple of Nairs, just trying to control that space above him. Oh, Pogo 1, Pogo 2 maybe? Nope.
Okay, the weapon toss up there as well, and we see the return of the snake. And it gets punished very, very heavily there as Ian is able to send 2 down airs downwards, but it doesn't find enough damage to KO. Obviously, Queen Nai having that defense stat is going to be able to definitely hold on to the stocks off the bottom a little bit better than most legends. End light into recovery. Just keep it nice and clean in the combinations.
I know I was talking about not taking like too many risks, but I feel like that was a moment Ian should have taken to take like a clear lead at this point, because now you're just kind of giving Fiend, additional chances at taking a lead for themselves by closing off the stock. They attempt to look for one right there, not gonna be able to find it. They do drop it. Ian does clean it up, making me eat my words. But now we're gonna go right over into the axe, see if we can get any super strong hits real quick. You get a couple.
Ooh, I like that from Ian there, getting some nice bit of damage on that GC down, like punishing Fiend trying to stack on top of him. Sidelight into recovery, doesn't find the recovery to connect, but the sider will send Fiend into a very scary spot here, but that recovery will punish Ian, getting a little bit too close to the wall.
Right. Let's kind of see what the option is here for Fiend. falling behind here as time goes on. It's just getting a little bit worse, too. Ian really starting to find these swings. Definitely some confidence that he needs. That's a huge play from Fiend. That's a big risk. And unfortunately, it's going to cost you as Ian now having a strong lead here. You know, I was talking about how I wanted Ian to take some more risks, and Fiend has actually ended up doing that and is paying the price for it. Oh, that's big.
I mean, the damage, and this is like where the snowball begins, where like the tilt factor of the Taros pick can definitely start weighing on your mind here for Fiend. But Fiend is a player who's hyper competitive and has been doing it for such a long time that I definitely can expect him to still hold on to this game. We see the N-Sig there to force Ian off of him, going for the down sig for a little bit more space. Ian closing in on his prey, though, realizing that this is his game to win, and a game 5 is on the horizon here. This Fiend can really make something happen. Sidelight into wait, D-Light into side air, that will KO. And it's not that big of a lead, but it's something here. Ian only 5-6 more hits away from getting a potential great opportunity to get a KO.
D-Light, just give him a little bit of extra damage. Good opening. Uh-oh! That's one there. Weapon toss, gets the hammer back. Hey, I'll help you assist you right up back onto the stage, but it doesn't. Oh, just barely misses the Sair. Oh, it gets it that time. Won't be enough to close it out, though. Unarmed, gonna retreat back to the stage. Throw the axe at him, get a hammer instead. The weapon starve is coming in clutch there as he gets to stomp into the dare to close that one out. Very well done. And we're going into a game 5, PJ.
I mean, you know, to be honest with you, if you asked me if I thought that this would go to a game 5 after game number 2, I'd probably say no, there's no way. Fiend looks too confident, but Ian's done it. And now, like I was talking about, the Taros effect, where not only in the game can the damage start to build up, but also on the mental of a player. We'll see if Fiend can make it, you know, stop the tilt in a sense there, because it's going to be... As we go into game number 5 here, back to Small World's End.
All right. Oh, again, that's pretty much how last game started. We saw him, like, attempt to go for the unarmed dare, just trying to, like, punish the weapon pickup. And last time, yeah, I was actually able to pick up the weapon. And, you know, but, like, still, I think it's something that Ian maybe needs to dial back just a little bit. It's a very brave opener. But you know what? He won the last couple of games, so we'll let him have it. Right now, both players with weapons in hand. And Fiend is playing, looks like he's a little more careful than usual here. Here we go, getting a little bit aggressive.
Sidelight into downlight, you love to see that. For Ian, who continues this confident streak, we see the N-Light into the turnaround recovery, punishing Ian, trying to get back to the stage quickly.
There we go. Oof. Couple there, stop, Sair. Trying to catch him above once again. Ooh, big punish, D-Light, N-Sig, gonna be able to close that one out. And, you know, when we were worried about Fiend a little bit, looks like he's rising to the occasion here. However, 139 doesn't take much to close the stock out.
Sidelight, D-Light goes for the N-Sig there, and Ian sees right through that read. That time goes to line up a downer, doesn't find it as the propeller recovery is able to come out on top of that situation. The Nair sends off stage once again, going for another recovery. Ian swats it away with a sider, but the high defense stance makes it so that won't KO coast to close, but that will, as Fiend is unable to make it back to the wall.
Go. Trying to weapon starve here. Gonna keep that axe in hand. Double one. Ooh, did he? What happened to that weapon pickup? Did he? What happened to that?
I'm not too sure. Yeah, kind of just faded away there. Yeah.
I know he did that, like that weapon toss. So did he end up picking up the weapon? And the other weapon just disappeared. Like it looked a little goofy. But either way, we're gonna get right back into this. 2 stocks apiece. 112 though. Fiend is looking for a way to close this out. However, Ian back on the offensive. Ooh, barely gonna live. One more of those should be able to get it done.
Okay, goes for the N-Sig. It gets punished by Ian, though, as the N-Light Sentinel stays going for a deep side air. Doesn't find it there, though. Fiend with another N-Sig. Looking to take this to a last stock in there at favor. The ground pound comes in. The Spear Player Classic. The weapon toss comes in as well. And Ian having to recover low, and one dodge read away, but a side air comes in, and as I say, the dodge read is what Ian finds. Tries to line up a downer, but instead feints and forces the early recovery and a side air, and Ian, one stock away from getting this reverse 3-0 to be a reality. This would be quite a way to do so.
I would like to see him get some extra credit. Of course, as soon as I say something loses the stock, we are completely even. Last stock, no damage on either player here, and it is game 5. You can feel the tension. The pressure is mounting here. Again, minimal damage on both players, but look at them, both of them just utilizing the movement. We're not seeing any attacks be thrown out. Of course, we see one, it gets slightly punished. However, Ian does find a way to pick it up just a little bit, and now Fiend on the offensive here. The counterattack is huge.
Avoiding that He-Light. Very important anti-air tool. The axe is getting smothered out right now, so we see a swap to the grapple hammer on the side there, into the recovery. Do we get the cheese? Yes, we do. It's Teros, baby. Game 5, reverse 3-0. Ian with 3 hits is all it takes. The recovery, the hammer ground pound. It is over. He moves on over Fiend.
Oh my goodness, what a closeout there too. You could definitely tell with that last stock, both of them being very careful. Lots of movement, lots of feints.